So all of a sudden you have like you're much more well known. Is that kind of what motivated you to start rapping and shit?
Just being at the studio, we had our own studio at the time. So we just being in the studio, and it just kind of like me just getting out of jail, like the song just kind of just came about on its own, like just organically. And
you had a lot to talk about all of a sudden?
Yeah, just a lot to talk about. We did the song probably like November, shot the video in December, and my brother ended up getting shot on Christmas Eve. So I didn't even want to rap no more. Like I just was like, man, it's too serious. I had to be trying to rap, and you know what I'm saying? I'm already tall, my face everywhere, so it's like I really wasn't motivated enough to rap. But the people around me was like, man, just do it. Like we didn't even know what we had when we put out the song. It just kind of just like.
You're talking about Do Better?
Yeah.
So was that like the first song?
That was the first song I ever did.
The first one. Holy
ever did.
And it just took off right away?
It took off right away. Took off right away.
Like on more of a street level, or start blowing up on YouTube and right away?
Every day when we was checking it would be like 2,000 the first day, 2,000 the next day, 3,000 the next day. So it was like, when we got to 10,000, we kind of like, ooh, like, you know, it's on to something. As time went on, it just kept growing. And took like 2 months, it was at 1 million. And we was like so throwed off and so like, we didn't understand. We just was doing it. Like the people I'm with, the people I'm around, it just kind of just like, we was just winging it for real.
Because had you ever really seen anybody have success with music from your area before?
Yeah. One of them, so you know, I'm from the projects with RBL Posse.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, shout out to them.
Yeah, we was from the same projects, but I didn't grow up. That was
kind of back in the day, huh?
Yeah, I didn't grow up under them. I grew up under like the people that they kind of had problems with.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So they from my neighborhood. Larry June from my neighborhood.
Shout out Larry June, legend.
And then with my young partner, he had a hot song at the time. It was called Body Bags. His name was Llama Llama. His song was going up.
You got to look at Larry June and be like, damn, I wish I could just be like a cool, laid-back rapper and not have to be on all this bullshit.
Yeah, he cool. Larry June cool, man. Larry June cool. So.
Yeah, he's just chilling, man.
Chilling, man.
That's wild. I interviewed him 2016 or some shit, and like it's been wild to see his career just go nuts from there. He's like this urban legend. Like people just don't really. He's actually like somebody who's done a good job of remaining very mysterious.
Yeah, and he cool dude too, just laid back. He's just himself. How he rapping his music, how he is in real life. Like he's just laid back.
Yeah, he barely did interviews. I think he did one interview last year, but I feel like he didn't do any interviews between the one I did and that one, which is pretty wild. Because as a rapper, everybody wants to interview all the time.
For sure,
you know?
For sure.
Yeah, definitely. So, okay, that song starts blowing the fuck up, and then are you getting hit up by all the labels and stuff? Like, how do you go about getting your business together in terms of making shit happen with the song and shit?
We didn't know nothing. We didn't know nothing. We just was going with the flow, and we ended up signing Empire, though. You know, my bro and Gazi are tight, so we ended up going over there with Gazi at Empire.
Definitely.
Yeah, just rocking out.
And that's been good so far?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's my people. They're my people over there.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they must be doing something right because everybody pretty much has positive things to say about Empire, which is not the case for most labels.
Yeah, nah, Empire is awesome, bro.
Definitely.
Sure.
So at what point do you start having the conversation about Mozzie and Filthy Rich and shit getting on the song?
So Filthy and my big bro who I caught the case with, he actually locked up and got double life right now, but free him. Filthy and him was tight. So, you know, we used to be around Filthy a little bit. And Mozzie was my favorite rapper at the time. So I had a show with Neff DeFero one day. Just he let me perform with him. And Mozzie was there. Mozzie was there because he was going on after Neff. And he was standing on the side of the stage, you know. So I was like, it was my turn. I just wanted to see how he was going to react to it. So when it came on, he went crazy. Like, he already knew it. So as soon as I get off stage, you know, we greet each other, you know, we holler, and I'm like, bro, I do the remix, I'm gonna need you on it. He like, oh, for sure, just send it through. So I sent it to Filthy, got it, he got it, and then OMB Peasy, I sent it to him because me and his manager's tight, and me and Peasy tight too.
Definitely. And did that just like add a whole new level of virality to it?
Yeah, but it's crazy. People don't even know, like, Nipsey Hussle was supposed to be on that record.
Really?
Yeah, I sent him the email and everything.
How'd you know Nipsey?
It's a crazy story. I met Nipsey in 2017. I was on a little tour with Mozzie. Mozzie had a tour. I was following him around when we stopped out here in LA. And we ended up going to the store, to the Marathon store. And when I walked in there, I didn't know they knew I was. This was like May 2017. The song been out 5 months. And Black Sam said, oh, Nip and them just left. I'm like, huh? I'm like, oh, okay. And then when we leave out the store,
You're not expecting to be recognized 8 hours away from home. Yeah.
Not even a little bit. I'm fresh out the projects. I got $300 in my pocket in a rental car, and we just winging it.
Right.
Me, my brother, and my partner. I walk out the store. One of their partners like, hey, bro, we got the food spot right here. We got the cannabis down there. Woo, woo. I don't smoke. So my brother, he get these like weed attitudes. And he like, man, we got to get some weed. We got to get some weed. I'm like, man, well, I don't feel like doing all that. He like, man, let's go to the cannabis. They go get you some free weed. They know you. We go to the cannabis. And when I walk in there, the lady behind the desk, she looking at me. But I'm kind of like paranoid a little bit. You know, I'm like, and she get on the phone. She's like, man, y'all never guess who we got in here. She's like, hey, you, come here. So I walk over there and she turned the phone. Nip was on the other end of the phone. And he just like threw it up on me. And then we chopped it and he got my number. And then I ain't hear from him. That was May. I didn't hear from him for like 4 months after that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then he got killed before, like, right after the song came out?
This 2017. So
okay.
I ended up having my son August 12th. So I'm at the hospital with my baby mama and my son. We chilling. And I just get a mysterious call like, hey, we in San Francisco tonight. We at this club. I need you to pull up. It's Nip. I'm like, yeah, all right. Like, you know, I tell my baby mama, like, man, I'm gone. I'll be back. She was mad, but I'm like, man, I'll be back, man. But the club he was going to was the club that the ops be at. So it was like, it was a risk going there, but I just got a few of my partners and my brother, like, man, we up. Like, we finna go. So we get there, Nip was there. We get in there, perform. He like, man, run it back one more time. I need you to do it again. We do it again. We, you know, chopping it. We leave out. They like, man, you need us to walk y'all to the car? We like, shit, y'all need us to walk y'all to the car? They like, oh, you for real? Like, yeah. So we ended up going to this little pizza spot, chopping it. You know, we was cool.
Right. Definitely. Bro. But then, so you talked about the verse, but then it never actually happened.
So I ended up chopping it with him. He like, man, send me the instrumental. I'm gonna get on it. I'm like, all right. So I emailed it to him, to his email, and I had a deadline to like turn it in by like December, and he was working on his album at the time, and he didn't make the deadline, so it was cool, like, you know. But he had texted me, like, he had called me. He like, man, my fault, bro. Like, ooh, we gonna get in the studio though. Don't even trip. Like, you know, we gonna get in the studio. We gonna do something. Like, you know, I know I missed the deadline, but it's all good. But we was cool though. That was bro.
Definitely. Yeah, it's a legend right here. Yeah. So, how'd you feel when you found out about what happened to him?
I was crushed. I was in Atlanta at the time. I was crushed, bro. I called one of his close partners. I'm like, bro, because this crowd was just talking to the female I was with. I was just talking to her about it. She was asking me about it, and I promise you, like, and I'm like, yeah, you know, like, he one of the realest dudes I met in the rap game, like, by far. And I get a call like an hour later, like, man, they just killed your boy. I'm like, nah, not him. Like, no way. And seeing that, I was like, wow.
Yeah, in such a sort of like regular way, in like a situation that you can imagine happening to anybody, where somebody is just
crazy.
a little bit of a loose screw, just sort of shows up and just does whatever.
Crazy, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. So, okay, what is like ever since that song, like especially that video in particular, because that song has like 60 million views on WorldStar or some shit, right? So
this is how I did it. I dropped it on WorldStar and I dropped it on my channel. So it's 50 million on WorldStar and 45 million on my channel.
Oh, wow.
So that's 95 if you put it together, for real.
That's insane.
Yeah, so.
That's wild.
Yeah, but, you know, once I put the song, everything, once I blew up, it was kind of like the hate came, like, more. Like, I became more of a target in my neighborhood. So it was kind of like, I was getting love and hate. You know what I mean? So it was kind of like a good and a bad situation. But me knowing that the world is bigger than my neighborhood, I took it and ran with it. I took the hate that came in my neighborhood and I embraced it. But I know anywhere else I go, they're gonna show me love to this day. Like, you know, they're gonna recognize me to this day and show me nothing but love.